Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going over this 10-part presentation on the MVC3 Music Store, which I'm trying to convert to MVC5. We've gone through the first 6 lessons, for now at least. I'm skipping lesson 7 and jumping into lesson 8, Shopping Cart with Ajax Updates. We are now, going to come in and it says our shopping cart controller. We create a shopping cart controller. Sorry. No. So I'm hoping that I didn't screw up with this shopping cart CS, that shouldn't have been a controller, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's okay. We'll get through this. So I want to go back and double check and make sure when I created this it shouldn't have been a controller, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble here. Next, we'll create the shopping cart class in the models folder. That's what I did. Alright, I'm just going to go on. It says our shopping cart controller will need to communicate with some complex information to its views, which doesn't map cleanly to our model objects. So what we're going to do, it says we could use the view bag, but that gets kind of hard to manage when you put too much stuff into it. So a solution to this is to use what's called the view model pattern. When you use this pattern, you create strongly typed views that are optimized for specific scenarios. Our controller classes can then populate and pass these view optimized classes to the view template to use. We will create 2 view models for use in here. A shopping cart view model, which will hold the contents of the shopping cart, and a shopping cart remove view model, which will be used to display confirmation information. So we are to come in and create underneath our project itself, right mouse click, choose new folder, and call that view models. Again, I'm just trying to follow their steps. So I'm going to close my models for right now. I'm going to close like this. I'm going to close everything I can close here. Alright, so I'm going to right mouse click on here, choose add, new folder. Alright, and I want to call this view models. Alright, there it is. So it says we should now have a view models folder in here, and I do. Alright, next, add the shopping cart view model class to the view models folder. So there's that. The namespace is set up, that's set up, and we want to add in here, it has 2 properties as said. A list of cart items and a decimal value to hold the total price. So let's copy this and paste that in. So far, so good. Now add a shopping cart remove view model to the view models folder. Alright, so we've got our shopping cart view model and our shopping cart remove view model. And we want to add this. I really should be copying those first out to, I should first be copying that stuff out to Notepad++. I'm not doing it. That's fine. So come here, hit enter, paste. Not a bad time to do a save, build, and build a solution to make sure I have no problems in here. I'm going to go and look on my error list, and it is giving me an error. that. Did this. I need the using up there. I don't know why it put it up on top. It usually puts it on the bottom. I'm a little anal about that, so here we go. Hit enter. All right, now let's save, build solution. Let's check our error list. It's empty. That's good. All right. So now we've come to actually add the shopping controller here. Again, quite a bit of code. All right. So I think we want to add this as an empty controller. And let's just take a look at what's here. This will be from page 13 through page 15. All right, in the handout here. And there's 24 pages on this particular lesson. The shopping cart, as mentioned, there has three main purposes. First, it is to add items to a cart. Second, it should be able to remove items from a cart. And third, it should be able to view items that are in a cart. Kind of CRUD information when you think about it. It'll make use of the three classes we just created: the shopping cart view model, the shopping cart remove view model, and the shopping cart class. All right. So we'll add a field to hold an instance of MusicStore entities. So we want to come in here and add an empty controller. All right, and call it shopping cart controller. So let's come into here. Let's go to our controllers. Right mouse click, choose add controller. We want this to be empty. And we want this to be called shopping cart controller. All right, there it is. Now next, what they show you in the book here is the complete shopping cart controller code. All right. Pretty much the index is the kind of thing we just looked at a couple minutes ago, and even the add controller is pretty similar. What is new in here is the remove and the cart summary controller actions, which is going to be discussed in just a couple minutes. So what I want to do is I want to come into here, highlight that, and I'm going to replace that with everything that is inside of here. So I want to grab all of this up through right there, I believe. Copy this to the clipboard. Let's paste that into here. In fact, I don't think I'll need a blank line there. All right, come back into here, and now let's paste that in. Well, we can see we've got a lot of errors in here, so hopefully we'll be able to rectify those errors in just a minute. This one should be easy. This one should be a using statement. All right, and you'll notice that fixed most errors that are in here. That using, again, why that's being put at the top now when that never happened before, I really don't know. All right, so we've got that. And this shopping cart view model, we need to add using MVC store.viewModels. Okay, now as it's shown here, there are no errors. That's a good sign. Now the author says with these two special cases, says we're going to handle this in the next section. Now I'm going to check in here. Okay, so that's all the code through line or through page 15. Next, we're going to talk about updating and updating with Jquery. And this is probably a little light on the timing. It's only at 10 minutes. But I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to grab this next section, which is Ajax Updates with Jquery. All right, so that'll be the next section that we're covering in here. So let me get all this. There we go. So we're right here. So we are on page 16 of 24. All right, we're about 60 to 70% done with the lesson. All right, it says we'll create a shopping cart index page that is strongly typed to a shopping cart view model that uses a list template. All right, so we're going to do all of this in just a couple minutes. All right, so I'm going to come over to my shopping cart index page and we'll pick it up there in just a couple.